Good evening. You're now with me and going for TVS Nightline. Onto the headlining stories. In a move to strengthen Islamic education at the national level, the Bureau of Educational Services of the Sarawak Islamic Council has donated 1 million ringgit to the Islamic Dakwah Institute of PERKIM or IDIP for the construction of a new male dormitory. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng says the donation aims to improve facilities for students while supporting the growth of Dakwah institutions. These institutions, according to him, play a crucial role in producing qualified religious preachers, helping to shape the future of Islamic education.
Dalam hubungan ini, Biro Pendidikan Sarawak, Islam Sarawak akan memberi dana 1 juta ringgit untuk kita hadapi. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, sebagai yang di-Ketua PERKIM, harapan saya tinggi agar IDIP terus menjadi cahaya kecemerlangan dalam dakwah dan pendidikan Islam. Semoga institut ini melahirkan kader yang cemerlang dalam ilmu, teguh dalam akhlak dan terus istiqamah dalam jalan dakwah. Seterusnya memainkan peranan penting dalam membina masyarakat Islam yang progresif, berinovasi dan memberi manfaat yang luas kepada negara dan umat.
Abang Johari, who also served as the PERKIM president, says the plan also includes infrastructure improvements such as the building of a surau and a multi-purpose hall, which are seen as long-term strategic necessities. Additionally, the Sarawak government has allocated an extra 20,000 ringgit in aid to PERKIM Kelantan to support the implementation of dakwah and welfare programs in the state. He emphasizes that strategic cooperation between the state government, educational institutions and NGOs is vital to ensure that the development of Islamic education can be carried out continuously and effectively. As such, Abang Johari is urging all relevant agencies, including the Kelantan state government, to collaborate in realizing the infrastructure development plan for the benefit of students and the wider Muslim community.
The Sarawak state election is expected to be held this year in line with the end of the current 5-year term of the State Legislative Assembly. GPS Secretary-General Dr. Sri Alexander Nantalinggi says the last state election took place on December 18, 2021 and a new election is required this year as stipulated by the Constitution. Nanta, who also serves as the Work Minister, stresses that the actual election date will be determined by Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng.
The last election we had was 5 years ago.
Yes.
And by constitution. In this year, when? Don't ask me.
Yeah, when?
2026, I think definitely. But which one? That one will have to be the prerogative of the Premier to say so.
He adds that Sarawak currently has 82 seats in the State Legislative Assembly, and if the addition of 17 new seats approved last year is endorsed by Parliament, the total number of seats in the State Legislative Assembly will increase to 99. Nanta predicts that there will be no unopposed victories in this year's state election.
Well, I don't think there will be a government 100%. We are now having 82 state seats.
And there are more added, right? 99 state seats.
Because it's already approved in the State Legislative Assembly last year to increase by another 17 to make it 99. But that will still have to be endorsed in the simply with a simple majority in the Dewan Rakyat. Now, if that is done, then we will have 99 seats. I think we still win with a big majority.
An attempt to slip quietly across Sarawak's border was foiled when the Malaysian Army intercepted a large group of foreigners using an illegal route near the Indonesia-Malaysia boundary. The incident unfolded at around 3:20 p.m. on Wednesday, January 28, when troops on routine patrol detected suspicious movement approaching from across the border.
The troops mounted an immediate tactical response about 800 meters inside Malaysian territory, sealing off the route before they could vanish into the jungle. All 21 individuals, 16 men, 4 women, and a boy aged between 4 and 48 were detained on the spot. Preliminary inspections found that most of those apprehended did not possess valid travel documents. They reportedly claimed they were attempting to enter Sarawak to look for work and obtain goods without passing through authorized immigration checkpoints. Further checks, however, raised doubts over their stated purpose after soldiers discovered high-value items worth over 10,000 ringgit. Security screening confirmed the group was unarmed and posed no immediate physical threat at the time of detention. The illegals were promptly deported to their country of origin via the nearest border exit on the same day.
Now, Malaysia Airports is now urging travellers to mask up and exercise extreme caution following a recent Health Ministry advisory linked to 2 confirmed cases of the deadly Nipah virus in West Bengal, India. While the virus has not entered Malaysia, health officials are raising the alarm, warning of a fatality rate as high as 75%, as the virus is known to trigger severe respiratory issues and brain inflammation.
The airport operator issued a public service announcement advising travellers to remain vigilant for symptoms both during and after their journeys. The Health Ministry is also ramping up surveillance and health screenings at all international entry points, targeting passengers arriving from high-risk areas. Border agencies, meanwhile, are stepping up inspections on animal products, while veterinary and wildlife departments activated the One Health protocol to monitor local livestock. In India, health officials declared the outbreak in West Bengal is now under control. New Delhi says the 2 confirmed cases triggered an immediate public health lockdown, but they insist the spread has been halted before reaching a crisis point. Officials say all 196 contacts have tested negative, but the nation remains under constant monitoring. The virus, carried naturally by fruit bats, is infamous for causing intense fever, vomiting, and in severe cases, brain inflammation leading to coma.
16 MA63 claims remain on the table. 1 partially resolved, 2 cleared at the policy level. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Sabah and Sarawak Affairs, Dr. Mustafa Sakun, says 8 claims are still under discussion, with 5 elevated for the top-level deliberation.
According to Mustafa, a new special coordination committee will be set up under the MA63 Implementation Action Council, which he will also chair. The committee will scrutinize technical issues in detail, fast-track agreements and accelerate implementation of MA63 claims.
Untuk makluman Dewan Yang Mulia, ini terdapat 29 perkara di bawah MA63 dikemukakan oleh Kerajaan Negeri Sabah dan Sarawak, dibincangkan di bawah MTP MA63 yang dipengusikan oleh Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri. Sehingga kini 13 tuntutan telah dapat diselesaikan dan Kerajaan Madani telah menyelesaikan 9 perkara. Ini adalah keikhlasan dan keberanian Kerajaan Madani.
So far, 13 claims had been resolved, including the recognition of the Public Works Department and the Irrigation and Drainage Department of Sabah and Sarawak, the Sarawak Rural Water Supply Department and the Sabah State Water Department as technical departments.
China today executed 11 people linked to Myanmar criminal gangs, including key members involved in telecom scam operations. Among the executed were members of the Ming family criminal group, whose activities had contributed to the death of 14 Chinese citizens and injuries to many others.
Fraud compounds have flourished in Myanmar's lawless borderlands, part of a multi-billion-dollar illicit industry. These centers are typically staffed by foreigners, including many Chinese, with many saying they were trafficked and forced to swindle people online. Beijing has stepped up cooperation with Southeast Asian nations in recent years to crack down on the compounds, and thousands of people have been repatriated to China. The death sentence had been approved by the Supreme People's Court in Beijing, which found that the evidence produced of crimes committed since 2015 was conclusive and sufficient. Crimes of the executed included intentional homicide, intentional injury, unlawful detention, fraud, and casino establishment.
U.S. President Donald Trump is struggling to contain a growing political firestorm in Minneapolis after the failed shooting of a local nurse by federal agents. The two officers involved in the death of 37-year-old Alex Preddy are now on leave, as the White House scrambles to de-escalate outrage over recent military-style immigration tactics.
The fatal scuffle captured on video shows Preddy shot multiple times while pinned to the ground. In a major leadership shakeup, the president has appointed New Borders czar Tom Homan as the face of the operation, replacing the aggressive Greg Bovino.
Tom Homan, as you know, is in Minnesota now. He's meeting with the governor, and he's meeting with the mayor, I think, later. And I hear that's all going very well also. But you know, we're doing a big investigation. I want to see the investigation. I'm going to be watching over it. I want a very honorable and honest investigation. I have to see it myself.
The tensions are spilling over into violence against elected officials. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar was assaulted with an unknown liquid during a speech late on Tuesday. The suspect is in custody, but Omar blames the incident on the president's repeated public attacks against her. Omar, a Somali-born Democrat, calls for the abolition of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency, which has been carrying out immigration raids for several weeks in Minneapolis.
Meanwhile, rap icon Nicki Minaj has declared herself Donald Trump's #1 fan. The self-proclaimed queen of rap joined the president on stage, turning a policy announcement into a high-voltage show of celebrity support. The surprise endorsement came during an event for Trump Counts, a trust fund initiative for children.
Minaj, striking in a white fur coat, embraced the president before taking the podium to dismiss the criticism directed at the administration. This marks a radical shift for the super bass singer.
I'll say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. It's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay?
Once a vocal critic of the president's immigration policies, Minaj has increasingly aligned herself with Trump's leadership and religious advocacy. Just last November, she took the global stage at the United Nations, echoing the Trump administration's stance on faith-based persecution in Nigeria.
Get all the updates you need all in one app. TVS Inspire brings you live updates on events, news and programs. Available now on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. TVS Inspire, world on your screen, anytime, anywhere. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.